Hey y'all, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who may or may not already know, my name is Alex, aka YELLOOBERRY.
I'm like, damn, you so fine, girl, what is your sign? She say I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a Capricorn, the beginning and end. I got a friend for your friend, hey, I'm making all of this money to spend. Deal stores buying.
Hey, I don't bite. And if you are familiar to my channel, you already know who this little cutie girl is. This is Miss Gianna Zoë, the star of today's video, because today she turns 8 years old. Wait, 8 months old. No years, 8 months old. I am super happy, super blessed, super proud of my baby and all her milestones. But yeah, we gonna get into some real tea, okay? Because month 7, I would like to say, well, before I get into that, if you guys are new to my channel, what I like to do is to give you a review of what happened in the previous month on the month mark of her birth. So as I said, she is 8 months today, but I am going to give you a full synopsis of the things that she's gone through during month 7 and all those wonderful things. I was doing so well in the beginning with like keeping up and like writing down everything in my notes, making sure that, you know, I could tell y'all stuff, but then your girl fell off. Yeah, okay, so I don't have anything written down, but so far Gianna loves to stand. Like, Caleb and I honestly believe that Gianna will probably walk before she crawls. We feel like she's making more strides when she's standing, so like we can put her up against, say, the couch. She'll stand, she'll hold on, and she'll also take steps. I don't think that she's noticing that she's taking steps, but she is cruising around the couch or the ottoman, or even if we put her like to stand up on the bed, she's holding us and doing her thing. As far as crawling, we'll put Gianna on tummy time. She'll do a little tummy time. I've seen her scoot backwards a few times, but nothing much to speak of where I can say like, oh yeah, tomorrow she's gonna start crawling. So it's kind of like whatever. But with standing and like the cruising around and stuff like that, she's really making strides with that. Super duper happy and super proud about that. You guys already know she started solids since month 6. So we did experience fissures. For those of you, I think it's called fissures. F-I-S-S-U-R-E-S. And let me give you the exact definition of what a fissure is. So the dictionary says a long, narrow opening or line of breakage made by cracking or splitting, especially in rock or earth. But in terms of her booty, Gianna did get fissures, and she got it because she was constipated. I know if you guys watch my vlogs, I always state that I don't like to give her bananas, apples, and things of that nature because they can make her constipated. And oh my gosh, I didn't even tell y'all, Gianna was so constipated last week. She didn't poop for like a week, going on 2 weeks. I had Googled it. Yes. I Googled it, and it basically saying like because she's starting solids, like, you know, her digestive system is still trying to get used to things. Although that is true, you should still kind of be alarmed that your baby did not poop in like a week. So that Sunday, last week Sunday or Saturday, I contacted a doctor like through Teledoc. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Teledoc. It's when you contact a doctor through an app and then they call you. You can send pictures through the app and you can have like a video conference. Yeah, the Teledoc was basically just like, you know, it's okay. Oh, I'm skipping things. We really called Teledoc. We called Teledoc on Saturday because I was going to call on Sunday, but on Saturday night she finally pooped and it was bloody. So I was like, no, like we have to call. And so yeah, Caleb and I spoke to them, and the lady's basically saying it's normal because she's constipated. It's called a fissure. And a fissure, F-I-S-S-U-R-E, is basically like a tear in the rectum from either pooping too much or having like passing a very hard stool. So my girl was kind of in pain. Caleb's mom and the doctor both recommended giving olive oil. At first when Caleb's mom said it, I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna feed my kid olive oil, but you know, I'll take it into consideration. And the doctor said it too, so I was like, okay, if they're both saying it, one from a non-medical standpoint and somebody else from a medical standpoint, I give my baby some olive oil. So I mixed olive oil in her carrots because she was having carrots that week. Y'all, after that, my girl did a big explosive poop. It looked like it was a poop. Like she pooped out everything that she did not poop for the week. So just words of advice, olive oil will pass, will help your baby go. That freaked us out, so we were able to do Teledoc. I sent them pictures, and they just basically assured Caleb and I that it wasn't anything serious, that she is okay. You just have to change her diet. So like, it's nothing like she has to go to the hospital and get stitches in her booty. Just put A&D on it because that area is probably sore because it ripped, right? Which is why it's bleeding. And we have to change her diet. recently I decided to give her bananas again. I had given her bananas, blueberry, and avocado mixed together. I thought that that would be okay because the bananas were mixed with 2 other things that would help with stool. Oh, I didn't notice my girl was falling asleep. Sorry. She didn't get fissures this time, but her stool just wasn't the same. It was, I'm used to Gianna's stool being a certain way. Let me just say that. I don't want to get too graphic, but I'm used to her stool being a certain way, and I did notice that this stool was not, like, it kind of was resembling the fissures, but not as hard and like as like really hurting her to come out. Oh my gosh, guys, and it hurt her so bad the day that she had fissures. Like, she started crying. Like, when she's passing the stool, like, Gianna will just freeze and she's just like, like, it was hurting her so bad. That's about it for the food aspect. She's saying mama now. Oh, she says mama. Say it again. A mama. A mama, mama.
A mama.
Oh, you got it.
So hype about that, y'all. If you have me on Instagram, I definitely posted the day that I realized that she's saying mama. I am so hype, y'all. So now when she says mama and stuff, I'll be like, yes, yes. Remember, only Caleb had that luxury in the beginning when she was saying dad and he'll be answering her, whatever. Like I said, her first word was hi, technically, okay? And I just can't wait for her to like realize that like I'm mama. Gianna is very attached to me. Like, I know before she was always attached to me, but now that she's getting older, I kind of want to wean myself from her. It's getting really, really bad in terms of that. And I know in the beginning, like, I always tell people, like, you know, at the end of the day, I'm her mom. I want her to develop a secure attachment with me. I don't want her to like have to fend for herself or feel like, you know, I'm abandoning her. And, you know, I stayed on that. But now that Gianna's getting older and she's making more conscious decisions, I would like to say, for lack of better terms, I want Gianna to understand that I am here, but there will also be times when I'm not here. And I was trying to get Caleb to understand that because he was like, no, you're just babying her. I'm like, no, she's so young. Like, she's not going to understand that. But I do feel like Gianna's cognitive skills are definitely growing, of course. So now, like, I'm going to make it a point to, like, leave her with her grandparents, and I got to go out and do my own thing because that it's getting kind of like, I don't want to say scary. Like, scary is such a negative word, but it's getting pretty intense to the point that now even sometimes when Caleb's holding her, Gianna is screaming bloody murder, y'all. Like, Gianna screams to the top of her lungs like somebody is hurting her. And if you did not know, you would think somebody is hurting her. And I don't like that because I don't want my child to be that child that, like, you know, I can't leave her with anybody because she's screaming. And as I said, now that cognitively she's developing more and, like, realizing things, and I don't know the scientific words for it, so I'm trying to explain the best I can, but now I know I can tell Gianna, no, like, mommy will be back. She doesn't understand fully, of course, but it's not like when she was 2-3 months and people were like, no, just leave her. And I'm just like, she doesn't understand concepts as yet. So, but yeah, now, y'all, things are about to change. Next with that, Gianna is super duper duper feisty. She likes her ignore game strong. Like, that, I mentioned that she's a Leo. Gianna's ignore game is so freaking strong. Like, she will straight face everybody. And it's so funny because she is a pandemic baby, as in I gave birth to her during a pandemic. So everybody basically knows Gianna from online, and they see like the cute pictures that put up of her. She's always smiling ear to ear. You meet Gianna in person, she's like, people trying to touch her, she's like ducking them and doing the matrix. Like, girl, don't be shady, all right? Like, she's can be so shady. It's just so funny. But I do fear that I'm going to have some bratty problems in the future, and very strong-minded little girl in the future. Like, very strong-minded, very like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I want what I want when I want it, how I want it. I want who I want when I want how I want it. Start getting her to understand more that she cannot get her way. She will not get her way. Even things like my cell phone now, she's throwing tantrums. So that's another thing, tantrums. She likes my cell phone a lot. So if I take it from her, she'll start screaming and like throwing a fit. And I will tell her, Gianna, no, and I will not give it to her because I'm not raising that type of kid. Like, I'm very lenient, and I'm very, like, you know, like, she is her own person, but at the same time, I am your mother, and that is not how you act, and that's not how you're gonna act in the future either. So you need to relax, okay? That's my favorite word. I say that word to Gianna about 50 times a day. Relax. You have to relax, and I don't give into it because, like I said, now she's at the times when I feel like she's beginning to understand, so I want to start instilling it in her now so that when she's like 1, 2, 3, and 4, she's not throwing tantrums and I'm like, Gianna? Breastfeeding, I am still breastfeeding strong. She is getting solid, so I don't breastfeed around the clock as much as I was before. I don't pump. I think I pumped maybe once this month, y'all, and it was scary. I pumped because Caleb and I were like, you know what, if she gets like a bottle at night, like 5 ounces at night of breast milk versus just breastfeeding, maybe she'll sleep through the night. Sleeping through the night is also another thing I want to talk to y'all about. Let me write that down. So I was like, okay, let me pump tonight instead of breastfeeding her. So my body only pumped out 1 ounce of milk between both breasts. When I tell y'all, I was shooketh. I was like, oh my gosh, Caleb, I'm not producing enough milk. What is going on? That was the mom in me. But the logical person in me, I was just like, Alex, your body's gonna produce what your baby needs. Like, if Gianna was getting enough food, we would see it. And if y'all seen Gianna on Instagram, Gianna's thick. She's still thick, you feel me? She's getting enough food, she's getting enough breast milk. So I said that on one end, and then, you know, still the devil on my other shoulder. I was like, no, I have to Google this. Like, is this normal? So when I Googled it, I find out that basically I was right. Your body is going to produce how much your baby needs. And, you know, the times that you do pump does fluctuate because your milk supply fluctuates during the day. Because if your body is so used to giving your baby 1 ounce of milk, period. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, at night, Gianna will probably drink 1 ounce of milk. Why? Because we're laying down and she ends up falling asleep on my boob. As she's falling asleep, my body already knows for the past 8 months, okay, she only will drink 1 ounce. As opposed to maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Gianna will drink 5 ounces of milk during the day, like if I'm just breastfeeding her. So that put me at ease. I think I did try pumping again the next night, and I was able to get 2 ounces from one boob, but then I had to cut it short because Gianna was wilding, and I was like, honestly, let me just breastfeed her because and then like the night before, she was playing with the bottle, like she wasn't even trying to drink it. So that's also how I realized too that like she doesn't really need 5 ounces of milk at night because she's not used to that. So when I gave her the milk of, I think at that milk bottle maybe had about 3 ounces, she was literally just playing with it, and she still probably had about 1 ounce left. So for any moms who fear that they're not producing enough and their baby, you know, is still maintaining their weight and stuff like that, you probably are producing enough. It's just the mom in us, and we're just always so scared and always like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing enough, I'm not making enough, Don't stress yourself out. I'm actually gonna link the website that I searched all my breastfeeding needs on. I recommended this website to a lot of people, and I had a friend actually recommend this website to me. I'll link everything down in the description box below, so don't worry. But yeah. So as far as month 7, like I'm just learning Gianna's personality. That's really what month 7 was about, like learning Gianna's personality, learning that she is a feisty Leo that I thought she would be. She loves playing with toys. She loves toys so much. Caleb and I still kind of don't like her watching TV, but listen, y'all, I'll be by myself sometimes, so I gotta turn on Elmo. But even then, when I turn it on, she's not like sitting there for hours watching TV. And to be quite frank, Gianna will like watch it for like 5 minutes. Then she'll like go play with her stuff. Then she'll like tune in again. Then she'll play with her stuff. But it's not often. But like I said, as a mom who's stay-at-home mom, I have to get stuff done. So it's not really realistic for me to not have that kind of distraction. However, I still don't want her sitting in front of the TV all day and just getting all that screen time. But yeah, so that'll be it for month 7. Happy 8 months to my sleepy girl. Let me let y'all see her. Oh, they want to sit out. Okay, this is my sleepy girl. She's not in the mood right now. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that throwing her head back is also part of her tantrums now. Like, she just loves to throw her head back, and Gianna is just very, very feisty and sassy. Like, I have a problem on my hands, but I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you smash that red subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.